Well, it was a busy day for news in Las Vegas yesterday as the NBA's Board of Governors passed some new initiatives. First, the trade deadline has been moved to right before the All-Star break instead of after it. I guess that means no more awkward moments like this one. Remember when Boogie Cousins found out he was about to be traded basically during his media availability? Look at him whispering in the ear. By the way.
Can you sum up your All-Star experience? What it was like for all the three players?
It was amazing, man. I enjoyed the city of New Orleans, I love it here in New Orleans.
And there we go. Remember the picture his agent posted on IG that night that Boogie didn't even know whether to get on the plane back to Sacramento? Of course, under the new scenario, if a player is traded between conferences a week before the All-Star game, it might take some scrambling.
How do they do that?
But hey, it's unclear if the Eastern Conference can even actually field a team at this year's All-Star game. So I guess the league is just going to cross that bridge when they come to it. One of the top 15 players is East. Anyway, other big change announced yesterday involving speeding up the flow of games. I actually think this is really smart of the NBA. It shows a nice responsiveness to fans who frankly have been complaining they could change their oil. Look at that. Paint their shutters. Some routine lawn maintenance.
How do you always know when the camera is?
Cut your own lawn?
Play the last 2 minutes of a game in heels, no less. From now on, each team only gets 7 timeouts in a game instead of 9. The final 3 minutes, a team can't call more than 2 timeouts total. The timeouts themselves will be shorter. Oh, and also players can no longer wander all over the court doing free throw attempts, or they will be assessed a delay of game penalty if they try to leave too far beyond the three-point arc. Now, there might not be some who don't love the new rules. Coaches like Boston's Brad Stevens, so good at drawing up out-of-timeout plays. I mean, look, cutting down on late timeouts quiets the advantage that he had to see this in the Eastern Conference. You remember that.
Yeah.
Plus, with fewer timeouts in the final seconds, we also might not get moments like LeBron's famous showdown with then-coach David Blatt. Remember when he changed that OTO play in a make-or-break playoff game against the Bulls? And we remember what he said after.
The play that was drawn up, I scratched it. And I just told Coach, just give me the ball. And, we either going to go in overtime or I'm going to win it for us.
It's an all-time
like
NBA moment. And maybe with less timeouts, we won't get those. Still, it's hard for me not to see these rule changes as a good thing. Fans don't tune in to watch their favorite players gathered around a clipboard. They want to watch basketball, and they're about to get more of it. At the time of a game, it matters the most. I mean, is there anything players should be concerned about having less timeouts in the way they're restructuring these rules?
Well, the Warriors have to be concerned about not having to buy as many clipboards because Steve Kerr keeps breaking them in timeouts. So, no, I mean, the only thing I can think of is the timeouts are shorter. Yeah. That means there's less rest during the game, right? Everything that we're talking about is making the game, as far as from the players' standpoint, giving them more opportunities to rest, and recover in the long run. But in the small picture, you should have shorter timeouts. I know we increased the 20-second timeout all the way to 75 seconds as well, but you're losing a good 15 seconds on all those other timeouts. That's the only thing I can think of. But beyond that, this is all good for the game, I think.
Well, Draymond said, why'd they do that? And, for the older fan, I kind of understand that you might need to go to the facilities late in the game. You might want to get that popcorn in the microwave. You need 2 minutes for that.
You can go at halftime.
Man, look at the bathroom
I'm
police
talking about
over
the
here.
older fan, not the younger one like you. Those timeouts come in handy.
I mean, look, we saw, and in all seriousness, we saw the Cavaliers use timeouts very effectively to try to rest LeBron during the NBA Finals because they literally felt they could not pull him out of the game.
Getting somebody rest late in the game, give them a quick breather, especially somebody's playing 40-plus minutes.
Right.
It's going to, again, this goes back to what are the unintended consequences? Right. I feel like that statement is the NBA's trademark.
Mantra, right?
Like, because we make these rule changes, and then no one really thinks about it, and then years down the line, it's like, why did that happen? Well, because the timeouts are too short. Right. So maybe this is going to put an onus on teams, again, on depth again, being able to reduce the minutes of your star players. This whole thing where it's like, we'll save them for the playoffs. Maybe they won't even be saving for the playoffs anymore. You have to have a more complete team.
Plus, lawn care and maintenance, routine car maintenance for you and me is going to change.
Well, then you got to feel bad for the East Coast fan, too. Like, we forget about it because we're out here. Right. But that game starts at 10 o'clock, that West Coast game.
Get it done.
It's about 1:30 in the morning.
Get it done, baby. Get it done.
If the game makes the game quicker, though, then they can get
No, that's what he said.
Oh,
His point is get it done. They're getting it done.
Go to sleep.
Go to
there
sleep.
You go.